Hello and welcome back to your weekly instalment of Fantasy Football. This is you, the manager. No Fantasy Dave this week because he's a little bit sick, but Zoran is back. This week, the top scorer in the Premier League was one Cesc Fabregas. The Arsenal captain scored 22 points in you, the manager, in an absolutely devastating display in front of old captain Thierry Henry. Last week, I had a little bit of a complaint from Darren. He said that I was missing a bit of trivia, so here it is for you. Last year, after the international break, Wayne Rooney was a top scoring player with 14 Manager points against West Brom. Look out for him this year as Man United are at home to Bolton. I think it could be a good pick. Now it's time you've all been waiting for. It's Zoran FM.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is Zoran FM broadcasting live from Zagreb. I am here to answer all your questions about fantasy football. Hi, I am Zoran from Zagreb and you're listening Zoran FM broadcasting. Thank you for your questions and let me start to answer it. Matt from Brighton asks, with the international break, what tips have you got to stay ahead of the rest? Well, Matt, I have 3 tips. First, second and third is the same. This week, take a little rest from fantasy football. As simply as that. Joy from Devon asks, Drogba was much better than Torres on Sunday. Is Drogba the best striker in you, the manager? Well, at the moment it seems so, but also Fernando Torres is in good form, especially. Darren Bent is very good. Wayne Rooney, German Defoe. Well, I can say this season strikers are the best players at the moment in fantasy football. Andy from Shrewsbury asks, Arsenal are the top scorers in the Premier League, so which of their players should we watch out for this month? Well, it's not hard to say. The usual suspects for scoring goals in Arsenal are Robin van Persie, Andy Arshavin, Cesc Fabregas. Don't forget about centre-backs Vermaelen and Gallas, and also keep an eye on newcomers in first 11, back from long-term injuries. It's Theo Walcott and Rosicki. And finally, Oliver from Sunbury asks, when I go to a bar or club in Zagreb, what is the best local cocktail to order? Well, I find the information that we have each year a cocktail competition in Croatia, and this year the first place goes to cocktail called Sandew, based on the local famous liqueur Maraschino. So folks, that's it for this edition of the show. Stay well and zdravi i veseli bili I do slušanja.
Thanks for that, Zoran. Now it's time for the leaderboards. First up is the overall, and still at the top is Rui Marquez. He's been absolutely fantastic so far this season. I'm just wondering if anyone's going to knock him off. Second place is Zoran. And third, we've got a new person. It's Dean Burdin with his team Gordon Strachan. So well done, Dean. Now for the Football Spy Mini League. We've got the same leader as last week. Wayne Hitchcock still leads the way from Antonio Farah and Drew Giddis. So well done to you three. Let's see if you can keep it up. Right, I mentioned him earlier. Now let's have a little look at Darren's team. Now I've tried to tell him, but he'll keep sticking with Jose Reina in goal. I think it's because he was a Liverpool fan. I'm not sure about that Liverpool defence. Keeping on the Liverpool bashing, he's also got Steven Gerrard in midfield and Fernando Torres up front. Now those two players had an absolute torrid time last week against Chelsea, and God only knows what they're going to do for the rest of the season. They are Liverpool's main men, however, and also Darren's main men. Just one other mention, Darren's also got Emmanuel Adebayor, who is now just back from suspension, and set up Craig Bellamy for the equaliser against Aston Villa. I expect that he will be the key to Darren doing well this year. As I mentioned before, Fantasy Dave's ill this week, but it's okay because it's an international break. Because of the England games, there'll be no Premier League football. But that's okay, you should keep an eye out for all those games because your players are going to be involved. So we'll be back next week with me, hopefully Fancy Dave and Zoran. Don't forget you can get in touch by email on hq@unimanager.co.uk or on the YouTube channel. So until next time, see ya.